Alright, got X-Files, Sleepless and Wayne Mary. It's our couple X-Files episode VHS tapes. An episode, a tape with a couple of episodes of the show on there. Printed on the 337th day of 1996 and printed during the second week of 1997. Now, a lot of the major studios in the mid to late 90s started putting out tapes of their movies in widescreen format, which is the original aspect ratio of the movie. This was, a time when the home theater market was getting, really, really big. So these tapes came out accordingly. And one tape in Fox's widescreen series was Speed, as it says, their original theatrical format. And printed during the 36th week of 96 rather. (1996) reprint tape of The Sound of Music. I also colored the label on it. Printed during the 30th week of 1996. Around 1996 and 1997, Fox started to release some tapes of its newer movies after a certain period in what was known as the premiere series. This is the premiere series tape of Down Periscope. 1997. Printed during the 20th week of 1997. This is also the only Fox videotape I have as this logo on the spine. You usually see this on the spine of Fox videotapes. I got the X-Files movie, also known as the X-Files Fight the Future. This was released October 13th, 1998. And printed during the 37th week of 1998. And I also have a Canadian copy of the same tape. It has interesting stuff in there. Like this. A list of 800 numbers, listing of merchandise, like action figures by McFarlane Toys, album, statues from Dark Horse, computer accessories, coal, cast, busts, official fan club, books by HarperCollins, the X-Files game, and X-Files Barbie and Ken dolls. Oh boy. I bet those would be a real hoot if I could come across some. X-Files Barbie and Ken dolls. Who'd have thought? And this card. Your aliens, Agent Mulder, your little green men arrived here billions of years ago, says the well-manicured man. And a $5 coupon off the X-Files game. Printed. This Canadian copy of the X-Files movie was printed on September 23rd, 1998. And of course, Canadian copies of Fox tapes, they have at the end this red warning, which is basically a scroll up in English and French of the Interpol warning that was seen on a lot of Canadian tapes from the various studios. There's Never Been Kissed, released October 26, 1999. And it was purchased from Blockbuster May 6, 2002. This is a romantic comedy film with Drew Barrymore and David Arquette. Drew Barrymore, I think was... I'm thinking of someone else. Someone else was in a popular Fox comedy from the late 90s. Now, unfortunately, the tape is like this around the bottom area. It's starting to open on this side. That's the way I actually found it, too. I actually found it like this. And also, the reels are movable on the cassette. Printed during the 37th week of 1999. That's Never Been Kissed. In 1999, 20th Century Fox started to release its movies on DVD. They had previously been big backers of the DivX format, Digital Video Express, not to be confused with the codec. And that was a big failure, so Fox promptly went over to DVD after Circuit City decided to discontinue DivX. Do away with it. Now, this is a 1996 film starring John Travolta and Kristen Slater. It is not to be confused with the Western from 1950 starring James Stewart that was also from 20th Century Fox. And one notable thing about this movie, Gene Siskel initially gave this thumbs up, but after hearing Roger Ebert's criticisms of it, he changed that to a thumbs down. Alright, I got the 1999 DVD here of The Siege. It's a film about, terror bombings by Muslims that became, quite popular in the post-war, post 9/11 era of the U.S. And I got the scene selection here. I also have the original 1999 DVD of Home Alone. I do not have the original 1991 release of that, as aforementioned, but I do hope to track that down. I've been meaning to track that down since I was a kid. Well, I have a mirror series tape of Lake Placid from I think around 2000. This is the only other 20th Century Fox Premiere Series tape that I have. It's one of the first real funny, humorous rather, films of the sci-fi genre, and that was the type of film that was recently perfected by sci-fi. This is a recycled tape. It was originally pressed during the 35th week of 1997, but it was taped over during the 32nd week of 2000. This is a recycled Premiere Series tape of Lake Placid. When Fox did reprints of their DVDs, they used the original UPC code, so I'm ordering the DVDs by UPC code. This is the 2010 DVD of probably the 2000 DVD of Anastasia. Either 1999 or 2000. I don't know which of the two this came out in. I got My Cousin Vinny here. Of course, the comedy classic from 1992, and a 2010 DVD of the 2000 DVD of this movie. Here's a 2000 reprint of the Rodgers and Hammerstein's The Sound of Music. Very last VHS release of this title. I want to track down the first VHS release at some point from Magnetic Video. That was the misspelling of Rogers on the label. One of the first American Fox tapes with an invisible ink print date was printed on July 20th, 2000. There's a preview for the 2000 Rodgers and Hammerstein tapes at the start. Here's All About My Mother. This is a Mexican-Spanish tape of a film made by the well-known Spanish filmmaker Pedro Almodovar. That is a preview for a Fox Searchlight film called Woman on Top at the beginning. And was printed on August 14th, 2000. That's the Mexican-Spanish tape of All About My Mother. I have a movie called 9 Months. This is the 2001 DVD of the film. And when that came out in theaters, it came around at a time when Hugh Grant was getting in trouble for having sex with a prostitute. So when Jay Leno interviewed him, when Jay Leno interviewed Hugh Grant about this movie, he asked the very famous question, now a moral question: what the hell were you thinking? Alright, I got Dr. Dolittle 2. This was released October 23rd, 2001. This is the special edition thereof. It has a music video and an Introducing the Animals featurette. There's the tape there. I don't have the original 1998 Dr. Dolittle, but I do have the original 1967 version, as you've probably seen already. Print date is kind of faint, but it is August 26, 2001. Here's a VHS season set. This is the complete first season of MASH. And it comes with a Fox World Classics booklet. All three of these tapes are Canadian copies. Here's Volume 1. All three of them were printed on the same day, August 21st, 2002. So these are slight reprints. This set originally came out in 2001. Here's Volume 2 of Season 1. Of course, the series was based on the 1970 movie, and both are quite popular, even today. And both... This is a very, very good show, obviously, as well. I got Breaking Away, the 20th Century Fox Family feature disc, which is double-sided. It was released in 2001. Here's Rookie of the Year, a 20th Century Fox Family feature disc from 2001. That's the original scene selection card. The 2007 DVD of the 2001 DVD of The Sandlot. And Rings has a 2013 copyright on it. I got a full screen edition of The King, Anna and the King, with Jodie Foster and Chow Yun-fat. And soundtrack of that was one of the very last releases on LaFace Records, which had Ali Reed and Babyface running the joint, and is most famous with TLC, I think. It also introduced Usher to the world.